Today's topic with Lisa Carr from Soul Vision is moving and aligning and navigating through shifts. Lisa, with this movement, how are people feeling?
Well, people are definitely feeling the discomfort. They're feeling fragmented, and that's because they are fragmented. And basically what we're trying to do is put those fragments together, and that's the shift that we're going through now. So we are going to be feeling a little bit icky. It's going to affect us on all sorts of different levels.
What are the changes in the physical body most people are feeling?
Well, on the physical body, a lot of people, what I've been noticing as well, is they're starting to get allergies, they're starting to get like very itchy and that type of thing. And it's also our body that's rejecting those old energies of us, on an energetic level and also on a physical level of what's actually happening on a cellular level of what's happening inside us. Then you'll also see that people will experience different things in their senses. So if we begin with the eyes, blurry vision, a lot of us are experiencing that. And this is also because we're trying to shift to that new dimension and new frequency of where we start seeing through the veil, because you must remember that the veil is also becoming thinner. So our eyes are also adjusting to not only see the things that we've always seen, but to start seeing vibrations and that type of thing. Then we move on to the ears, and this is quite interesting because a lot of people's taste in music has changed, and that's also a vibrational thing. So also with voices, some voices will sort of like just irritate you because they'll be too high-pitched or too whiny, as before it would never ever have bothered you, People are also opting to have more silent time to themselves and not only be in the noise and the hustle and bustle of things. So our ear frequencies have definitely changed. We move to the nose and we get to our smell. And again, also preferences in smells have also changed. So you'll find that maybe a perfume that you've been using for some time just is not that appealing to you anymore as well. So hypersensitivity of that, people also losing, kind of like thinking that they're also losing their smell, but it's also their smell that is changing. So they're picking up different smells and different blends. You may have always picked up the higher notes of a smell, and now you're picking up the lower notes. So there's that sort of shift in that's coming in with the smells. With the tastes, different foods that you may have really craved before and loved before, not so much. So that taste is also changing there, whereas you might have liked sweet things and now you find yourself moving over to more bitter, more sour flavors. And then touch, this is quite interesting. So a lot of people that I've been speaking to as well, including myself, it's like even the clothing on us that felt comfortable before is not feeling quite as comfortable. So you may have been like a big one for I always like lovely woolly jerseys, and obviously not in this heat that we're experiencing at the moment, but the lovely woolly jerseys, and I love that feel on me. Now the wool's kind of like irritating me, and I prefer more cottons. I prefer lighter things to the touch of my of my skin. So all these different senses of ours are all changing, and we're experiencing different things because of these changes. So on a physical level, you are going to notice a lot of things that just are very, very different.
A lot of people seem to be triggered. Why is this happening?
So triggering is when there is, let's call it a blockage that we're holding on in ourselves emotionally. And a lot of us have, we all have traumas, but on different levels. And what's actually happening now is that it's time for us to start healing those traumas so that we can kind of make more space for a clear and a more conducive sort of like energy to get to know ourselves and to allow that easy flow. So if you think of it very much sort of like a ball that's in that space, and you've got this tiny space like the ball is in between, we have to release that ball of energy to make that path a lot more clearer. And what's happening is that people are saying things that are triggering that trauma, and that is actually what's causing the outburst of it, if you can call it that. It's really a healing process. We've got to look at it really as a blessing and a chance for us to be able to acknowledge that trauma, find out what it is, dig a little bit deeper so that we can allow it to be released.
How would we all deal with this?
Well, I think most importantly is to start off with being very aware of how you're reacting, how you're feeling, what's going on inside of you when you are triggered. You know, if it's anger, you need to look and you need to ask yourself, like, why am I feeling angry? It's not about the person that's actually said it. It's about how you're feeling inside. So it really is an internal thing. And like I say, becoming aware. So just becoming really aware of what's happening, becoming aware of what's happening inside you, but also around you as well. And trying to find that peacefulness and that calmness. So I always say, just take a step back and just pause before you react, because reacting is not good. So you really want to respond, and you want to respond to that trigger for yourself as well. So it would really just be trying to create that calmness within. And trying to create that calmness within, you can start by daily practices like meditating or just taking 5 minutes in the morning before you start your day, before your day creates you, you create your day. You find that balance. Once you can sort of have a morning ritual, as I would call it, where you give yourself alone time, you're not taking on the world's stuff. You're connecting to yourself. So the big thing is finding that connection and finding that way that you can connect with yourself. You know, it may just be that you go out into the garden and have a short walk around the garden, or you may be able to go and walk around in nature often. It's those type of things, just getting away all the hustle and the bustle, trying to find your inner focus, and then you'll start becoming more aware, and you'll find that you'll find a calmness within you and be able to deal with things a lot easier and understand what is happening around you and in you. So the more you connect, the easier it is going to be to navigate. What we have to look at the stage where we are right now is a new school of understanding and growth within ourselves.